On January 15th, District Attorney Ed Berberian's gun buyback program will begin. Berberian was struck deeply by the horrific mass shootings at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut last month. He made the announcement about this new program and talked with Seriously Now's Lauren Strict a few days later here in our studio.
Joining me is Marin District Attorney Ed Berberian, Jr. By now, I'm sure everyone's aware of the tragic shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, which killed 26 people, including 20 small children. In response to that, Marin County officials want to take some affirmative action and are asking folks in our county to turn in the reservoir of guns and ammunition that they may have that are unneeded in this county. District Attorney Berberian is here today to talk about the program. Thanks for coming, Ed.
Well, thanks very much for allowing us the access, Larry.
Great. Can you give us an idea of the big picture of this event and how it was that the local officials in Marin came together to get it started?
Well, on the Monday following the tragic incident in Sandy Hook, which was the preceding Friday, of that Monday, our superintendent of instruction here, Mary Jane Burke, had a meeting with at the county school of offices with law enforcement, with individuals from the county Department of Education and some of their staff members to just go over can this happen in Marin was the topic for discussion, and also to be able to answer questions about a lot of what has already been done to prevent a tragedy like we saw in Connecticut. And out of that meeting it became very apparent that no one could say it could never happen in Marin. The odds and percentages are very low if you just are looking at it from that standpoint, that this could happen anywhere, but you can't say it won't happen. We know that we have trained for this. Our law enforcement has worked with the schools over the past years to train for these tragedies, but you can never guarantee that there won't be something like this happen. One of the things for this particular incident, just as you mentioned, because it affected people that you and I, anyone can identify with. I'm a parent, I'm a grandparent. I have grandchildren that are of the age that these young people whose lives were taken, they're the same age. So it's something that struck people to the core. It's like the 9/11 tragedy or going back many years, JFK's assassination. Well, people just grasped onto this.
Well, it's great that, though, cutting through some of the bureaucratic channels and getting the education and the law enforcement and your office together to get it started is great, and the fact that it's coming up in just a few days on Martin Luther King's birthday, January 15th. But tell us how the program is going to work and what we could do to help make it more effective here in the county.
What we did, and I picked the day of January 15th because Martin Luther King, Dr. King, is a symbol of nonviolence. And it would be something, if he was with us today, he'd endorse. And what we want to do is to focus and have in our law enforcement police agencies, the sheriff, they've all bought into this program, and they're going to work with us. We're coordinating setting up regional locations here in the county. There's probably going to be at least 5 locations that will be in place on the 15th that are going to be out there, published in the media, where people can come and turn in the excess weapons that we have. There are just too many weapons. I mean, we don't see this as a program that's going to take a gun away from everybody. One, it's not legal, but secondly, that's not what we're envisioning here. But there are too many excess weapons, particularly the semi-automatic type, that are designed for one purpose, and that's to kill people.
So you're asking people that if they have these weapons and they want to get rid of them, come to either a firehouse or a police station, wherever it's going to be publicized specifically, and give it to you guys, and you're going to give them money?
We're actually going to incentivize it because we want to have something meaningful accomplished. And we will be incentivizing it, and we will be putting out a monetary payment for these guns. We're going to give a higher payment in the area centering on the semi-automatic handguns and the semi-automatic long rifles, which were the type, again, that go back to what were used in Connecticut, the type that really is designed for, as I said, one purpose. It kills people. And we just simply have too many of these unnecessary weapons in the community.
I know they've done this in Oakland, for example, and they had a really fantastic response. They got something like 350 handguns and 150 rifles, and I'm not equating the Oakland, Alameda County population, the size of Alameda County with the size of Marin, actually. But what are you expecting to turn up here?
Okay, and you're very accurate about your point here. We're not Oakland. We're not San Francisco, which also had a program where they got in excess of 200 weapons turned in. Our county, I would expect us, it would be fantastic if we could get 50 to 100 weapons turned in here in this county, based on our size, our demographic, the type of crime rate that we have in this county. We're not going to see the number, nor do we expect the number. If we can get just a few weapons out of the hands of people that we really don't need, if we can save one young child's life, and it doesn't have to be in a school shooting, it can even be by going through grandpa's closet and finding a gun and playing with it, and you lose a life in those situations. I think this pays for itself.
I know the program is still a work in progress. Locations are being set up. There's going to be some other issues that have to be ironed out. Where can people get more information about this program as it gets closer to the 15th?
Well, obviously, they can call our office at any time, and they can call our office at 415-473-6450. They can ask for me. They can ask for my chief inspector, Rob Guidi, and we'd be glad to give the information as it exists at the moment. In addition to that, look at your public media, regardless of the source, this station or any other public media you have access to, because we are going to be putting out regular press releases to pin down the locations and the more detailed information.
I would think Mary Jane Burke is going to do something on that as well.
I know she is. I've talked to Mary Jane, and I have no doubt that through the schools, when we have more of these details that are down in place, that there'll be information coming to the parents, through the students, through whatever on their websites, our website, the county education website, this type of information.
Great.
Will be there.
I want to commend you on getting this moving so quickly, and I think it's a great program, and I wish you the very best of luck with it. I think it's going to be a great success. Ed Berberian, Marin County District Attorney, thanks for coming with us.
Well, thanks again, Larry.